Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1 week later, and today we are sadly saying goodbye to the 2-litre Honda Accord Touring. Now, I have experienced this car in the Touring with the 2-litre and the 1.5, both with their 2-pedal arrangements, and still, I thoroughly enjoy my time with this car. I mentioned in saying goodbye to the Lincoln Navigator that car, the Mazda MX-5 and the Honda Accord 1.5 have been the cars that I haven't wanted to give the keys back. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with them, and Honda was actually nice enough to give this car for me for 10 days, and living with it for that amount of time, I have been able to put a fair few miles on, and I can confidently say that you are going to get the acclaimed fuel economy. I've been sitting at 7.2 litres. The question that I do have to ask myself with this car is that would I seriously consider buying one? And for the kind of life that I live, I spend a lot of miles in a car on the highway, and this is a place where this car excels at. It has all of the technology I personally desire out of a car, and it feels like it costs more than what it does. I don't think I'll ever be able to like the looks of this thing, although you can actually get a black chrome pack which will change around the looks of the front significantly in my mind, and if you paired that with a dark colour like black or the blue, that might get it to the point where I think this car is attractive. Now, I do think the Toyota Camry is better looking than this, but I much prefer the interior of this, I much prefer the driving dynamics of this, and really I do use Apple CarPlay a lot. It is a new essential feature for me when it comes to buying a new car. Also, reviewing the clarity. This might sound a little strange, but I actually prefer the look of that car because it was so weird. This just doesn't look like anything I can particularly care about, but with the design of the clarity, it's weird enough that it's interesting and it gets you hooked. This, I never look back once I park up. If it comes down to deciding a winner between the Camry and the Accord, I've driven both cars with their two different engines, the two different 4-cylinders for this, and then the 4-cylinder and the V6 for the Camry. The Camry doesn't have a manual transmission to be found, and this one does, but I have yet to test it out with one. And like I said in my full review, you know, the car is brilliant enough as it is. It doesn't need a manual transmission to push it further on the lines of success, but it is a very cool option to have, as it may very well be the last car in this segment to be offered with a manual transmission with all engine choices. And that concludes pretty much everything I want to say here on this review. Thank you so much again to Honda for lending this car out to me. Be sure to check out my full review by clicking the I button just above. And until the next time, I hope you can like, share and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again here on The Drive Guide.